RC BMW build. Every great creation begins with something simple. At first, it is nothing more than a box. A plain, heavy cardboard box, sealed tightly and placed on the table. To most people, it looks ordinary, nothing worth a second glance. But to me, this box holds something far more exciting. Inside is a BMW RC car kit, waiting to be brought to life. The BMW badge printed on the packaging is enough to tell me this is not just another toy. It carries with it the spirit of luxury, performance, and precision engineering. I slowly open the box and begin removing the contents one by one. First comes the chassis, the main frame of the car. This will serve as the backbone, holding every component in place. Next, I lift out the battery pack, the source of energy that will drive the car forward. Then comes the motor, small in size but powerful enough to give speed and acceleration. I find the ESC, the electronic speed controller, a critical part that manages the flow of power to the motor. Alongside it lies the servo motor, which controls steering, ensuring the car can turn sharply and smoothly. I carefully place the 4 wheels on the table. The rubber tires are well detailed, designed for grip and control. Finally, I reveal the body shell. Sleek, aerodynamic, and proudly wearing the BMW badge, this piece will give the car its identity and character. Each part may look small on its own, but together, they will create something extraordinary. The building process begins with the chassis. I place it on the table and align the first mounting points. The motor is the first component to secure. I fix it tightly into its position with screws so that it will not move under pressure. The battery compartment is attached next, ensuring the pack can fit snugly without shaking during operation. I then mount the ESC, carefully routing its wires to keep them neat and organized. Each connection has a purpose: red to positive, black to negative, motor leads connected in their proper place. The servo motor is fixed to the front of the chassis and connected to the steering arms. Though small, it plays a vital role in steering precision. With this, the car now has both its power source and its control system. With the foundation ready, I move on to the wheels. One by one, each wheel slides onto its axle. I lock them into place with nuts, checking that they spin freely but without looseness. All 4 tires are aligned carefully. Their rubber grip promises both smooth acceleration and stable cornering. Now the chassis no longer lies flat on the table. It stands on its wheels, beginning to resemble a real car. Next comes the body shell. This is more than just a cover, it defines the car's personality. The BMW kidney grille, the curves of the hood, the headlights and taillights all capture the essence of German automotive design. I lower the shell gently onto the chassis, aligning it with the clips and securing it tightly. Once in place, the car looks complete on the outside. To enhance realism, I fit the LED headlights at the front and the red tail lights at the back, connecting them to the wiring system. With these details, the car is no longer just functional, it now looks alive. The wiring stage is crucial. The battery connects directly to the ESC, supplying power. The ESC connects to the motor, controlling its speed and direction. The servo plugs into the receiver, which listens for signals from the remote control. When I push the throttle on the remote, the ESC increases the voltage to the motor. When I turn the steering wheel on the controller, the servo instantly shifts the wheels. The wiring links the brain, the muscles, and the heart of the machine. Everything is now connected. The final test begins. I insert the battery into its slot and secure it firmly. With a small switch on the ESC, I power up the system. At first, there is silence. Then, in an instant, the headlights flicker to life. The servo twitches, aligning itself for steering. A faint hum comes from the motor. The BMW RC car is awake. I set it down gently on the floor. With the remote in hand, I apply a little throttle. The wheels turn slowly, and the car begins to roll forward. The steering responds smoothly, left and right, with just a flick of my thumb. This is the car's first movement, its first drive. It feels controlled and balanced, just like its full-sized counterpart. Now it is time to test performance. I push the throttle harder. The motor whirs, and the car picks up speed quickly. It glides across the floor with confidence. A sharp left turn shows the grip of the tires as they hold the surface. A quick flick of the controls sends the car drifting gracefully before regaining balance. I accelerate again, watching the BMW dart forward, its headlights glowing as it cuts through the space. The handling, the speed, the control all remind me of the engineering legacy behind the BMW brand. Even in miniature form, it carries that DNA. The more I drive it, the more it feels alive. Quick sprints across the straight path, smooth cornering, and powerful acceleration all prove that this build is not just about looks. It is about performance. Every component, from the motor to the wheels, from the ESC to the servo, works in harmony. The RC BMW is small, but it is a complete machine. As the run slows down, I bring the car back to the starting point and power it off. I look at it resting there, headlights dimmed, waiting for the next run. From a simple box of scattered parts, it has become a fully functional, realistic BMW RC car. Every screw tightened, every wire connected, every test drive completed was part of a journey. This was not only an assembly process. It was an experience, a story of building from the ground up, a story of patience, precision, and passion. What began as loose pieces lying on a table has turned into a living machine that responds to every command. And in that transformation lies the real satisfaction. From start to finish, the RC BMW build is proof that even the smallest creations can carry the biggest joy. It shows that attention to detail, care in assembly, and passion for engineering can bring life to something that once existed only in parts. The journey may have begun with a plain box, but it ended with a car that runs, steers, and shines with pride.